One hit is all you need to make the money guaranteed, and you can live off royalties forever. And it makes me wonder, is it just a wonder, or is it one hit thunder?
Matt, are you excited or what?
I cannot believe that we are at the 40 mark, that we are so close to the finish. I put it off long enough. I did find my email that I sent you of what was in my THUNDRED. I'm looking at my 10 songs, and of my 10 songs, 8 of them have not come up yet, and at least 3 of them at this point I have no faith will show up.
You've written off 3 of your songs. Wow.
I've written off. I'm gonna say them out loud now, just to put them out in the ether. I don't think that Hole of the Moon by the Waterboys will be making the top 40. I don't think that Handlebars by Flowbots will be making the top 40. And I don't think that the Primitive Radio Gods song, that's way too long of a title, will be making the top 40. As much as all 3 of those are 3 of my favorite one-hit wonders. But there was a song on my top 10 that stuck out like a sore thumb to me, and it will be my 4th prediction of a song that will be in the top 20, because I'm going to put Spiral Staircase, I Love You More Today Than Yesterday, as a potential top 20 song to make the THUNDRED. And now, with that being said, I am ready to hear what number 40 is.
Well, Matt, you got to have a little faith, man. You don't know what's going to happen. This is the THUNDRED. Anything's possible. Ye of little faith in your list.
I don't even think putting Waterboys at number 1 is giving that enough juice to be in the top 40. I was hoping for it to be in the bottom 90 at most with that.
Okay, Matt, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. At number 40, T'Pau, Heart and Soul.
Wow, another one that we haven't done yet.
Yeah, I can't believe we haven't done this one yet.
Do you think that it's not helpful to have a song title that is so many other song titles?
Yeah, or a band name that is a letter apostrophe P-A-U. Maybe a band name that most people don't even know how to pronounce. In fact, I said T'Pau. I think that's right. I'd be so interested to hear how you would pronounce this band name had I not said it.
I probably would have said T'Pau. Like Paul without the L, but I would still pronounce the L anyway.
T'Pau. Heart and Soul is the debut single from the British pop rock band T'Pau. It's from their debut album Bridge of Spies that came out in 1987. The song has some really memorable spoken word parts, almost like rap verses before the huge chorus hits. The song hit number 4 on the Hot 100. It hit number 4 on the back of it being featured in a Pepe jeans ad.
Okay.
In 1987. And it was the 3rd single from the album China in Your Hand that went to number 1 in the UK. So there's certainly not a one-hit wonder there, but Heart and Soul was their only hit in the US. So, Matt, I think we're well overdue to do a T'Pau episode, especially considering this made the top 40 on our list here.
This is one that I know listeners on the Patreon have put as a suggestion. I know it's appeared on polls and has not won yet, but enough people have suggested it that I think it is long overdue that it will happen eventually.
Yeah, this one made the lists of Dave Mattingly, Troy, a.k.a. Fett, Steve LaRussa, Pete Pelletier, Nancy Caspian, and a whole host of other people put this on their list. So it's definitely a song that made a lot of lists, man. So, yep, we got to do it.
All right.
At number 39, Katrina and the Waves, Walking on Sunshine.
obviously, every time I think of this song now, I think of you paying a gambling debt.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is a pretty badass song. I really do like this song, as like goofy and hokey as it probably is when you really think about it. I still have a lot of love for Katrina and the Waves.
Katrina and the Waves are a British rock band. This was from their 1983 album, Walking on Sunshine. Actually, I take that back. It's not from their 1983 album, Walking on Sunshine. It originally was, but they re-recorded it. That's the version that we all know. And it was on their self-titled album in 1985. This is the version that went to number 9 here in the States. Funny enough, we learned, if you haven't listened to our Katrina and the Waves episode, go back and listen to it. They would later go on, many years later, over a decade later, they would go on to win the Eurovision Song Contest for a song called Love Shine a Light, which is way different of a song than Walking on Sunshine. We also found out that Katrina herself had written a guidebook to London in 2013 in which a poodle singer explores London. The description for the book says, Peggy Lee, a white toy poodle, reveals a side of London that is not shown in the usual tourist guides.
Amazing.
Amazing. Yes. This song made the lists of Mike Simpson, Joey McCuskey, and Bob McClosey. And if I had to guess, Matt, it would also make the list of Jack Black's character, Barry Judd, in the 2000 film High Fidelity.
Yes, it would. And he would be dancing his ass off as it played.
At number 38, Mazzy Star, Fade Into You.
I think if this was a normal list of one-hit wonders, this would not be this high. But honestly, for our listener base, I'm surprised it's this low. But honestly, I really did think our very 90s nostalgia-based audience that we have, which is undeniable, it's what we have. I really thought this could have been a top 20 contender. Beautiful song. I think we both agreed, though, diving deeper, that this is kind of the Mazzy Star song you need. It's fine, but this is like a lightning in a bottle type situation of how beautiful and perfect this song ends up being.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with you. I think on any one-hit wonders list, this would rank pretty high. This is one of those songs that as time goes on, I think people appreciate more and more. It's from Mazzy Star's second album, So Tonight That I Might See. It was released in September of 1993. It was written by Hope Sandoval and David Roback of Mazzy Star. David also produced it. It only peaked at number 44 on the Hot 100, but now, Matt, this goes to prove my point. Even though it only peaked at number 44, it now has over 1 billion streams on Spotify.
With a B, baby.
With a B. And I will also note, Matt, this made my list at number 4.
Wow.
It also made the list of Lisa DeRosa, Kirk Danielson, TJ Rosh, and Megan Smeltzer, who said, I've always loved this song. It always made my chill CD compilations that I burned, and I thought it made me cool.
Yeah.
I think it did, Megan.
I was going to say, it definitely did, and this is prime chill playlist song.
Absolutely. At number 37, King Harvest, Dancing in the Moonlight.
Dancing in the moonlight, everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's such a fine and natural sight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. We like our fun.
This is such a fun song. This is why I love doing this show, is this was not the first time that I heard this song by any stretch of the imagination, but it was a song that had kind of just fallen out of my brain. I hadn't really thought about it much. And then we did the episode and it became a song in my regular rotation because I was just this song just there's something about it between the organ sound and just how joyful the whole song is. There's a thing that I think about with this specific song. Trevor, your guitarist, was our guest when we did this. Is we were discussing the song and he goes, and the song ends on a fade out, Chris, and do you know why that is? And you were like, no, and he goes, because the dancing never stops, baby.
Well, this is a feel-good song, but as you might or might not remember, Matt, there's a dark story behind this song.
Yep.
So it was written by Sherman Kelly and originally recorded in 1970 by his band called Boffalongo. And he wrote it while he was recovering from a brutal assault by a St. Croix gang. This gang eventually murdered 8 American tourists. Sherman was left for dead, and he wrote this song while he was recovering, and he envisioned an alternate reality where he had this dream of a peaceful and joyful celebration of life. So he wrote this song out of one of the darkest things imaginable. Then the band King Harvest, they were introduced to this song by Sherman Kelly's brother. Now, King Harvest was a Paris-based band. They recorded this in 1972, and it went to number 13 on the Hot 100 in February of 1973. But I think the legend of this song has only grown past that in the years since. This song made Dustin John's list at number 3. It made Marquitte's list at number 7. And it was Kathy McClosey's number 1 song.
Hell yeah. It is a great song. I've got it stuck in my head now already. We get it on most every night. If I recall correctly, is this one of those songs where all of it is based on the exact same rhyme from like front to back?
Everything rhymes with night.
Yeah.
Night sound. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think you're right. At number 36, Real Big Fish, Sell Out.
Sell out with me, oh yeah, sell out with me tonight. The record companies only give me lots of money and everything's gonna be alright.
You know, it is really funny to me. I was thinking about this recently, that like Real Big Fish, they have so many songs about being one-hit wonders. So much so that one of the names I almost considered for this podcast was a Real Big Fish song title, One Hit Wonderful. But it could be argued that they are the ska band from that era with the most sneaky other hits that never made it to the radio, right? Like, Sellout is the song that was a radio song. But I think if you asked somebody on the street to name a Real Big Fish song, they wouldn't name Sellout first. I think they would say Beer or Take On Me. Like, I think that they're kind of an enigma in that, like, ska one-hit wonder world where, on paper, undeniable one-hit wonder. In reality, maybe not so much, because they had so many songs and so many soundtracks and, like, important parts of people's lives. It's a very interesting thing.
Yeah, depending on who you talk to, some people could say they're a no-hit wonder. Some people could say, like, they had many hits. Yeah, I think Beer has even become like a song you'd hear at a baseball game or a hockey game or something.
That's what I mean. I think they really kind of established themselves in a different arena. Great band, reportedly back together again, including with Scott Kloppenstein back on trumpet is the rumor. So I'm not sure. I'm excited to see what happens, because I do think that Aaron and Scott in a band together with their vocals, that's the magic sauce that makes Real Big Fish work.
Yeah, Scott, past guest on One Hit Thunder, and we did have Aaron and Scott at the same time on Chris DeMakes a Podcast to discuss writing this song. Go check out that episode. Now, Sellout was the debut single from their second album, Turn the Radio Off, in 1996. It became an MTV hit. It went to number 10 on the Modern Rock Tracks chart and number 69 on the Hot 100 Airplay chart. You brought this up, Matt. Real Big Fish acknowledges the one-hit wonderdom later in the song One Hit Wonderful on their 2005 album, We're Not Happy Till You're Not Happy. And this song made the list of JJ and Teresa Figgis, Jake Thompson, and it was Amy K. Taylor and Kelly Breeden's number one song on their list.
Hell yeah. Love that. I'm going to see Kelly tonight. I'm going to tell her. Good work.
At number 35, Walk the Moon, Shut Up and Dance.
Oh, don't you dare look back. Just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said, shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said, ooh, ooh, shut up and dance with me.
You know what? I'm okay with this because, we did the episode on Walk the Moon, and Walk the Moon's a pretty solid band, all in all. I liked more of their songs than I anticipated. But of all the bands that we have talked about, specifically the ones that are like just crossing our metric, right, of 10 years, this has to be one of those examples of a band whose song is ever present still. You go to the grocery store, there's a chance you're going to hear Shut Up and Dance. You go to a wedding, it's weird if you don't hear Shut Up and Dance. This song has really ingrained itself so quickly in culture that if there was ever going to be a song that's like 10 to 15 years old, I'm glad that it's this one that's kind of making a big move on the list, because this is a song where it's like, I think that 10, 15 years from now, people are still going to be playing Shut Up and Dance in weddings, in bars, in etc. It is going to be a song that lasts for decades.
You didn't even mention, Matt, that this song is featured in this past year's Best Picture winner, One Battle After Another.
That is true. It is.
It is. This song was released in September of 2014. It's from Walk the Moon's third studio album, Talking is Hard. It peaked at number 4 on the Hot 100 and went to number 1 on the alternative songs and Hot Adult Contemporary charts. It was a worldwide hit, including in Poland, where it went to number 1. They performed this song on every late night show imaginable. It received a 2015 MTV VMA nomination for Best Rock Video, but it lost to Uma Thurman by Fall Out Boy. Why do I make note of that? Because that music video for the Fall Out Boy song, it was directed by past one-hit Thunder guest Brendan Walter.
Love Brendan. We need to get Brendan back on. Brendan was a great guest, too, for us.
He was. This song made the lists of Evan Thorne, Karen Klein, and Tracy Martinez, among others. Yes, this was another popular one on lists. So, Matt, we just talked about Walk the Moon. We might as well keep it moon-centric, as when we're recording this, people are traveling to the moon, and sometimes you just got to have a little faith, Matt. At number 34, The Waterboys.
Whoa!
The Whole of the Moon.
You saw the whole of the moon. The whole of the moon. You were there in a turnstile.
Listen, as someone who, when we did this episode, it was discussed, is this even a hit? I feel like I can only say that maybe it was my impassioned speech for how much I love this song that made so many people want to throw some love on it. Holy shit. I love this song. It is regularly in my top 10 songs on Spotify Wrapped. I spoke very passionately about how much it makes me think of people both alive and dead in my life that inspire me. I get choked up very often while listening to the song. That's crazy. I love this. This makes me so happy.
Yeah, the moon is a big thing right now. Walk the Moon, the Whole of the Moon, people traveling to the dark side of the moon. I'm sure you saw. Now, this happened probably a month ago now from when we're talking about this, but the 4 astronauts that traveled to the other side of the moon, did you see the thing about how they named the light spot on the side of the moon that no one had seen before? Did you hear about that?
No.
So I'm going to be the one to tell you this story. So the one astronaut, his wife had passed away from cancer a few years ago. Mm-hmm. And when they reached this side of the moon that no human had ever seen before, they noticed there was a crater that was like a light spot. And the other astronauts, there's a recording of them saying that like they are proposing that we name this light spot on the moon Carol in honor. And then, you know, the guy's getting choked up saying it, and then they all hug in space. Yeah, it is a beautiful moment, Matt. I gotta tell you,
that's a lot. Oh shit!
Especially meaningful for this crew is a number of years ago we started this journey in our close-knit astronaut family, and we lost a loved one. And there's a feature in a really neat place on the moon, and it is on the near side, far side boundary. In fact, it's just on the near side of that boundary. And so at certain times of the moon's transit around Earth, we will be able to see this from Earth. And so we lost a loved one. Her name was Carol. The spouse of Reed, the mother of Katie and Ellie. And if you want to find this one, you look at Glushko, and it's just to the northwest of that, at the same latitude as Ohm, and it's a bright spot on the moon. And we would like to call it Carol, and you spell that C-A-R-R-O-L-L.
Too far, too soon. You saw the whole of the moon.
I'm getting some water boys, if you know what I'm talking about right now.
Getting some water boys. All right, let's talk about the Water Boy. The Water Boys are a Scottish band. This song, The Whole of the Moon, was released as a single in October of 1985, and it's from their third album, This Is the Sea. This song was much more of a hit in Europe and the UK after its re-release in 1991. In the US, it only peaked at number 48 on the AOR tracks chart. That's album-oriented rock. So a very minor hit, but not so minor that Matt Kelly didn't make it number one on his list. It also made the list of Alan Schmoll, who put it at number 6, and he said that we deserve a big thank you for this song. He said he never really liked it because it was playing constantly on the radio when it was first released, and he got tired of it before starting to like it. But decades later, after listening to our episode and understanding the lyrics, he's fallen head over heels in love with it and with the Waterboys music. So your theory, at least in the case of Alan, was correct, Matt. This one also made Kathy McClosey's list. It made a few other lists. Yeah, man. See, you thought there was no way it was going to happen.
I thought that there was no way. When I was looking at my list, I'm like, I might be the only one who wrote the Waterboys down.
You were not.
Oof. All right. If you put the Waterboys on your list and you see me at any type of Punchline or Wheatus show, I owe you a hug. Thank you for making this possible.
At number 33, Norman Greenbaum, Spirit in the Sky.
This is one that I wouldn't have even been mad if this was in the top 20. This is such a like prototypical one-hit wonder song. Norman's music never really hit. I think when we dove in, we weren't blown away by all of it, but this song is just so fucking good. From that guitar riff that's pretty famous and impossible to not immediately identify, the like 10,000 movie trailers that this song appeared in. It's just a great song. And part of like that 60s version of like hippie Christianity that I feel like we can all get behind, that's just like, be good people. Like that's basically what the song is about. Just be good and maybe you'll go to the Spirit in the Sky.
That's right. This song was released in December of 1969 on Norman's album of the same name, Spirit in the Sky. The single sold 2 million copies between 1969 and 1970, It went to number 3 on the Hot 100. And as we learned in our episode, it's one of the most commonly used songs ever in movies and commercials. Rolling Stone ranked it number 333 on its list of 500 greatest songs of all time, and it was also voted one of the top 10 one-hit wonders in a Rolling Stone readers poll. This one made the list of Colin Pine, Jimmy Trillo, and Steve LaRussa, among many others. This was, I'm going to say the same thing. Now that we're at this point in the list, all of these songs, I'm trying to shout out people I haven't shouted out before, but this was on many, many lists.
Yeah.
At number 32, Nina Cherry, Buffalo Stance.
No money man with my love. It's sweetness that I'm thinking of. We always hanging up Buffalo Stance. We do the dial in the time we dance. I give you love, baby, not romance. I make a move, nothing left to chance. So don't you get fresh with me.
Wow, Nina outdid Eagle Eye.
Yeah. Can you believe it?
By the time we got to the 40s, I thought for sure Nina was done.
No way. Nina is here. And I love it. I love that Nina is above Eagle Eye because I believe that that is where Nina should be. Now, Buffalo Stance was the first single on Nina's 1988 debut album, Raw Like Sushi. It peaked at number 3 on both the Hot 100 and UK singles chart and went to number 1 in both the Netherlands and Nina's home country of Sweden. And if you'll remember, Matt, that in Eagle Eye and Nina's home country of Sweden, Save Tonight only went to number 2 in Sweden. But Buffalo Stance went to number 1. She performed this song on Top of the Pops while she was 7 months pregnant. And in 2023, Billboard named this song one of the 500 best pop songs of all time. I love that it made it because it was on my list at number 5. But I wasn't the only one, Matt. Don't think that I'm trying to do something shady here to make Nina this high on the list because TJ Rosh had this song at number 6. Roger Bailey had this at number 7. And get this, Matt Geary had this song at number 1 on his list.
Whoa, okay, that's amazing.
Yeah, it ain't just me who loves this song. At number 31, Go West, King of Wishful Thinking.
Banger of a song. I'm really happy with this. You know, we were really saddened, and I stand by this still, at how low The Promise was on the THUNDRED, but at least Go West is in such a respectful spot. And this was kind of one of the early ones where I remember us finding 2 or 3 Go West was not a band that I think either one of us expected to find a couple songs that we liked, but we found a couple songs that we genuinely liked by Go West when we dove deeper. But yeah, King of Wishful Thinking, what a perfect pop song.
Yeah, do you remember that Peter Cox, the lead singer, they're a British duo, so the guy who sings, Peter Cox, do you remember that in live and in some of their music videos, he's always holding a big wrench while performing?
He's got a giant wrench for no reason. That's right.
Gotta love that. And Matt, you're right. They do have other good songs. Go check out the song We Close Our Eyes.
Great song.
It was another minor hit for them. They're great. Of course, this song appeared in the film Pretty Woman in 1990. I think that was a big part of why it was so popular. It was later included on their 3rd studio album, Indian Summer, in 1992. It peaked at number 8 in the United States, and it peaked at 1 spot lower on my list. It was number 9 on my list. It was number 7 on our buddy Jim Legrando's list, number 4 on Matt Geary's list, number 8 on Roger Bailey's, number 2 on Jay Shirelli's. It was on a lot of lists. That's what I'm getting at here, Matt.
Okay.
Only 30 more songs left to go on the THUNDRED, and we got 30 through 21 coming right up after a few words from our sponsors.
When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof, like Skims or Allbirds, sure, you think about a great product, a cool brand, and great marketing. But an often overlooked secret is actually the businesses behind the business, making selling and for shoppers buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. It's home of ShopPay, the #1 checkout in the world. You can use it to boost conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts going abandoned and way more sales going through to checkout. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout Allbirds uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/income, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/income to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/income.
Here at Chris DeMakes a Podcast, we're proud to call DistroKid a sponsor. And if you're a band or artist looking to release your music, you can head to distrokid.com/VIP/DeMakes to get 30% off your first year with DistroKid. Getting your music out on all the places people stream music, like Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, YouTube Music, and Amazon Music, is just the tip of the iceberg as far as what you can do with DistroKid. Get pre-saves with Hyperfollow. Pay your collaborators with splits. Stop music thieves from stealing your music and uploading it to streaming services without your permission with DistroLock. Make a mini video to use on your socials. Create Spotify canvases for your songs. Easily withdraw your earnings. Even use great built-in tools like Mixia and Instant Share to mix and collaborate. I could go on and on about all the benefits of releasing your music through DistroKid, but why not go see for yourself and save 30% on your first year at the same time, and support a sponsor of your favorite podcast. Head to distrokid.com/VIP/DeMakes to learn everything you need to know about DistroKid. That's distrokid.com/VIP/DeMakes. August is the perfect time to hit the reset button before the fall begins. And I can't think of a better place to start than my closet. That's why I love shopping at Quince. Quince is all about fewer, better pieces of clothing. They're made with premium materials that are built to last, and they're designed to be what you reach for every day when you're getting dressed.
From their ultra-soft cotton tees to their premium Mongolian cashmere sweaters, Quince specializes in everyday staples that are versatile, timeless, and transition seamlessly from the casual workday to going out to dinner.
And to top it off, everything at Quince is priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. And they work directly with ethical factories and cut out the middleman, so you're paying for high quality, not brand markup.
Chris and I both agree that the 100% European linen short sleeve shirts are awesome.
They fit nice, feel good, and it's seriously just a great piece of clothing.
I think it's extra cool that Quince is a sponsor of Chris DeMakes a Podcast because I was already shopping at Quince before they were.
So if you're ready to upgrade your everyday, you can go to quince.com/DeMakes for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns.
And don't forget to download the Quince app for app-exclusive offers, too.
Now available in Canada and the UK, too. QUINCE.com/DeMakes for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/DeMakes.
Hey, Washington, D.C., class it up with Crocs. You know back to school is coming in fast. So why wait to find your new fave footwear? Step into a local Crocs store and step into your new look. Try it, style it, make it yours. Because the right pair doesn't just show up, it shows off. First day fits, handled. Walk out ready for whatever's next. Visit your nearest Crocs store today.
Now at Lowe's, faster quotes start at the Lowe's Pro Desk. Got a material list handwritten on a sticky note or saved as a photo? Perfect. Bring it to us and get a quote in minutes. And if you don't see what you need on the shelf, we'll help you get it. You can access thousands of products beyond what's available in-store or on Lowe's.com, right from the Lowe's Pro Desk. Build quotes faster and source the materials you need to keep your jobs moving. Just like that, at Lowe's.
Hear that? That's now Crispy and McCrispy strips meeting creamy Caesar sauce. Sounds extra crispy. Caesar sauce at McDonald's for a limited time. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Tomorrow morning is knocking. Stock your fridge now. How about a creamy mocha frappuccino drink? Or a sweet vanilla? Smooth caramel, maybe? Or a white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Find Starbucks Frappuccino drinks wherever you buy your groceries.
Get business done with the new American Express Graphite Business Cash Unlimited card. With unlimited 2% cash back on all eligible purchases. Unlimited 5% cash back on flights and prepaid hotels booked through American Express Travel Online. And a flexible spending capacity that can grow with your business. You'll have the confidence to keep building. Apply today and earn a welcome offer of $1,500 cash back after you spend $50,000 in qualifying purchases on your new card within the first 6 months of card membership. Terms apply. Learn more at go.amex/graphite.
When you're 7-Eleven's hottest fire chicken sandwich, people think you're intense.
Well, yeah, I'm hot!
So, yeah, intense. Want to see if you can handle the heat? Then try me. With pickles or spicy mayo and jalapenos. Oh, and it's all just $4.99. That's a deal almost as hot as I am. Almost! Sweets? No. Spicy? See for yourself. $4.99 and only at 7-Eleven. Valid through 8/25/26. Participating stores only while supplies last. Visit the store for full terms.
I get so many headaches every month.
It could be chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more.
Botox, onabotulinum toxin A, prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine. It's not for those who have 14 or fewer headache days a month. Prescription Botox is injected by your doctor. Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, including ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
Why wait? Ask your doctor. Visit BotoxChronicMigraine.com or call 1-800-44-BOTOX to learn more.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Listening to this podcast instead of doom scrolling? Smart move. Another smart move? Getting help from one of State Farm's 19,000 local agents when you choose to bundle home and auto. Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Everyone knows that unexplainable it factor, that smile that lights up a room, that wow. Well, it doesn't happen by itself. There's chemistry behind the charisma. Colgate Optic White Pro Series toothpaste removes 15 years of deep-set stains when you brush twice daily for 2 weeks. How? The clinically proven formula is powered by Colgate's hydrogen peroxide complex. It works at the molecular level to gently dissolve stains deep within the enamel where your brush can't reach. It's proof that daily routine can be remarkable. That's the science of wow. Colgate Optic White.
At number 30, The Breeders, Cannonball.
I genuinely think that Cannonball is a very interesting song from the 90s. In the 90s, you have bands that are basically 4 instruments: vocals, drums, guitar, and bass. This is one of the only songs I can think of where every instrument has a iconic moment that people know, right?
Wow, yeah,
You've got,
it does.
You got that bass, like everyone knows that. The guitar part, the like smacking the sides of the snare part from the drums, and the like every instrument available has an iconic moment in this song.
Yeah.
And it's just a crazy song. I think when we did the episode, we were all blown away that none of us knew that the one lyric was a bong in this reggae song.
Yeah.
It's such a good jam. I think this was Zach from May was our guest when we did this one. This was like one of our first like 10 episodes of the show.
Yep.
But yeah, what a great song. One of the best songs of the 90s. So glad it's here.
Yeah, I loved it then. I love it now. This is from the Breeders' second album, Last Splash. The single was released in August of 1993. It hit number 44 on the Hot 100, which, to be honest, is probably higher than I thought it would even go on the Hot 100, because this was way more of like an MTV music video staple of that era. The album, Last Splash, went platinum. Great, weird album. This one also made Rolling Stone's 500 Greatest Songs of All Time list. The music video, very memorable. It was directed by Kim Gordon and Spike Jonze. This one made the list of Amy K. Taylor, who had it at number 7. Jeff Nucera and Chris Connaughton both had it at number 2. And it made my list at number 6.
Hell yeah.
A lot of these songs at this part of our thing are on my list.
I still got 7 from mine that have not made an appearance yet. We'll see how it goes.
At number 29, Player, Baby Come Back.
Baby, come back. Any kind of fool could see there was something in everything about you. Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. I was wrong, and I just can't live without you.
Hell yes. I think this was the first of what would be many Jim Legrando episodes of the podcast. And partially, I think that this one we partially did because Punchline had a cover of this song that kind of, by no fault of your own, was like the wrong version dumped unceremoniously onto the internet.
Yes.
But
yes.
It is a great, like, catchy little yacht rock song. I do think that it suffers from a lot of one-hit wonder songs where the chorus is dramatically more catchy and memorable than, like, the verses and the rest of the song. But there are way worse offenders of that than Baby Come Back. What a great song. I can't believe it made it into the top 30. That's awesome. I think that's a big win for Player.
Yeah, I think so too. This song was released in September of 1977. It was the lead single from Player's self-titled debut album. It went to number 1 for 3 consecutive weeks in January of 1978, and it was written after 2 members of the band had broken up with their girlfriends. So 2 members were going through a breakup where they wanted Baby to come back. You brought up Jim Legrando. Now, I always think of him when I think of this song, because I believe, I'm sure he's going to correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe at one point I heard him say that this is his favorite song of all time, but he only put it at number 2 on his list, which is also where Mark Rose of Spitalfield put it on his list. Amber Dutch had this one at number 5, Matt Damage had it at number 7, and Troy, aka Fett, had it at number 6 on his list.
Awesome.
At number 28, Blind Melon, No Rain.
And I don't understand why I sleep all day. And I start to complain that there's no rain.
So, this is very funny that this came up. I was doing what I normally do at night, scrolling through TikTok. And very often while I'm scrolling through TikTok, I will find subtle ways to promote our podcast. And I did that literally last night when someone had shared a thing that said, like, some people say that Blind Melon is a one-hit wonder, while others say that they're just greatly underrated. And I commented and said, why can't it be both? Like you know, there's nothing that can change the fact that they are a one-hit wonder. But as someone who hosts a podcast about one-hit wonders, like, we do that show to celebrate underrated bands like Blind Melon, to which the original poster said, you need to tell me the name of your show because I want to check it out. So,
nice.
Obviously, he didn't put this one in, but Blind Melon helped us get another listener, is what I'm saying, Chris. And I do love this song. We were talking about iconic moments in the Breeders song, but you don't get more iconic of the 90s than that guitar riff and that B-girl. That is like the symbol of the 90s to me.
Yeah, the B-girl, Heather DeLoach. We'll get to her, but this song, No Rain, was released in 1993 as the second single from the band's debut self-titled album. Of course, you brought up the B-girl. That is like, yeah, it's one of the most... If you were going to a 90s party, there's a chance someone might be dressed up as the B-girl. In fact, my girlfriend, at one point in the past 5 or 6 years, dressed up as the B-girl for Halloween. I got heavy airplay on MTV. It went to number 20 on the Hot 100 and number 1 on both the album rock tracks chart and the modern rock tracks chart. The song went to number 1 in Canada, and that B-girl, played by Heather DeLoach, actually appeared at the 1993 MTV VMAs doing the dance to close the show. And I'm sure you already know this, Matt, she also appeared as the B-girl in the video for Weird Al's Bedrock Anthem.
Hell yeah, she did.
Sadly, Shannon Hoon of Blind Melon died in October of 1995 from a drug overdose. This song made the lists of listeners such as Bob Blouth, Mike Simpson, Kirk Danielson, Michelle Clark, Ty Ayers, and Joe Funk.
I think this was on my long list. If we were to do 20 songs, this would have been on my list.
At number 27, White Town, Your Woman.
Wow. Again, I have to make the argument. I love that this is here. This is a little bit of our listeners' like 90s leaning bias. I do not think like Rolling Stone magazine does a list of the 100 greatest one-hit wonders that White Town is in the top 30. This was definitely an artist that we found very challenging from like other songs standpoint. But talk about when someone finds a sample and just knows exactly what to do with it. Like this trumpet sample is so good. It's so catchy. And this is such a cool, interesting song. So I love it. I love it so much. Huge fan of the song, very excited, and equally shocked that it is in the top 30 of the THUNDRED.
I'm pretty shocked by it too. I never cared about this song. Now I think it's like a cool song. I didn't care about it then too much. That sample you're talking about, that muted trumpet sample, is from the 1932 recording of a song called My Woman by Lou Stone and his Monsignor Band. White Town, it's just one person. It's a British producer named Jyoti Mishra. The song was released in January of 1997 and was the lead single from his second album, Women in Technology. The song peaked at number 1 in the UK, Iceland, and Spain, and within the top 10 of 12 other countries, it peaked at number 23 here in the States. But it was a minor hit here in the States, but a worldwide hit overall. This song was number 1 on Megan Smeltzer's list, who said, "Look, I know this one's a weird first pick, but this reminds me of being young and doing whatever I wanted, driving around with my friends, plus the video was intriguing to me." It also made the list of Amy K. Taylor, Andy Valenti, and Curtis Gathright.
Love it. That's amazing. I'm floored that this is this high. This is great.
At number 26, Natalie and Berlia, Torn.
Nothing's fine, I'm torn. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. I'm cold and I am shamed, lying naked on the floor. Illusion never changed into something real. I'm wide awake and I can see the perfect sky is torn.
I mean, yeah, this is a great song. There was a second song, I'm trying to remember, that we were like, I can't believe this wasn't a hit from her follow-up album. And now I'm completely blanking on what that song was. And I don't mean like we thought that it was like a huge hit, but when we listened to it, both of us remembered the song. Like we were like, oh, this was like another song for her that like had some minor radio play. But this song, I mean, it's a cover. It's a great cover. It is one of the covers that I would genuinely say is better than the original. I like the original version of this song, but she takes it into such a perfect stratosphere. And part of it's her voice. Part of it's also the video. There's something about this song with that video that really makes the song hit even harder. You have this like sped up version of someone moving out of the apartment that you imagine they share with the lover that has broken their heart. It's just a good song. Maybe a tiny, like the tiniest bit too high on this list, but still great. I love this.
Do you think that maybe what in that video helped a little bit, Matt, is that she is beautiful?
I mean, the fact that she's gorgeous is also a very helpful piece, yes.
And the other song you're thinking of, 4 years later, she had a single called Wrong Impression.
Yeah.
That was a minor hit. I remembered from radio, but then in doing our episode, I was like, damn, I love this song. Wrong Impression is now part of my daily playlist, a song I hear all the time. Great song. This song, yes, you mentioned it. Torn is a cover of a 1995 song from an LA band called Edna Swap, which was not a hit at all. Natalie's version was released in October of 1997, and it was on her debut album, Left of the Middle. It became a worldwide hit. In the States, it peaked at number 1 on the Hot 100 airplay chart for 11 consecutive weeks. But here's the thing, Matt. This is wild. It was number 1 on the Hot 100 airplay charts, but it wasn't even on the Hot 100 charts.
Whoa.
Because they changed all the rules. After this, they changed the rules because of this song. She hadn't released it as a physical single.
Yeah.
As a result of rules preventing tracks which had not been released as physical singles from charting on the Hot 100, the song didn't chart there at all during the peak of its popularity. When the song was declining in popularity, the rules changed to allow airplay-only songs onto the chart, and the song charted for 2 weeks on the Hot 100 at number 42. So as the song was on its way down, they changed the rules because of this, but she didn't benefit. So now, I mean, it's whatever. It's still a mega popular song. She did receive a Grammy nomination for Best Female Pop Vocal Performance, but she lost to Celine Dion's My Heart Will Go On. This song, though, it's never gone away.
No.
And it does have a very memorable music video where the camera angle never changes in the apartment. And yes, I made note, Natalie Imbruglia is truly hot.
Yeah.
A hot human being. This made the list of Johnny, our good buddy Johnny, past guest, Roger Bailey, Dustin Johns, Bob Blouth, Amy K. Taylor, Steve Parpart, Colin Pine, Jennifer Ross. Do you need me to go on? Do you want me to name more names, Matt? It's on so many lists.
No, I think that's enough. Thank you, though.
I will say, though, Matt, nobody's number 1 song.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of placement then for it to get this high with no number 1 placement giving it those 10 points.
At number 25, The Proclaimers, I'm Gonna Be 500 Miles.
But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. When I'm walking.
I've been hearing this song a lot lately because I've been watching more and more horror stuff with my stepson, and we've been watching the Goosebumps TV series that Disney Plus produced a couple years ago, and the first season of that series involves a ghost haunting a house that died in 1993, so he keeps putting on the Proclaimers 500 Miles as like a sign of his presence. Great soundtrack on that show. Side note, there was an episode that had a whole scene cut to Space Hogs in the meantime. But this song's still great. It's so catchy. It's one of those songs, it's one of those interesting songs where it came out like 6 or 7 years before it was a hit. It was an 80s single, but then thanks to Benny and June, the Johnny Depp movie from 1993, it like exploded. in a big way. That's a type of thing that only happens a couple times. I think Louis Armstrong's What a Wonderful World is another one of those examples that it charted dramatically higher after it was in Good Morning Vietnam than it ever did when it was first released. And for good reason. It's so catchy. And this is another song that just like once it took off, it never stopped. Like this song still shows up in grocery stores and radio stations around the world all the way out here in 2026.
I'm impressed with what you remember about this song because, full disclosure, everybody, I have a lot of notes because I know what these songs are. Matt is coming in completely blind, and he remembered that they released this song years before and that it became popular because of the movie Benny and June. Like, he even remembers.
I love Benny and June. That's why.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying, I'm giving you your props here, man. That's a great job. So, yeah, this song was released in August of 1988 by the Scottish duo of brothers Craig and Charlie Reid, otherwise known as the Proclaimers. It was the lead single from their second album, Sunshine on Leith, or Leith? Sunshine on Leith. I'm assuming that's a place. It went to number 11 in the UK and number 1 in Australia, Iceland, and New Zealand. But it didn't chart here in the States. But then, in 1993, after it appeared in Benny and June, starring Johnny Depp and Mary Stuart Masterson, it was released in North America, and it went to number 3 on the Hot 100 in August of 1993. The one more fact about this that I have that only like 10 people are going to get, but that's fine. The band Locked On did a great metal cover of it at Jam and Skate in Bell Vernon, Pennsylvania back in the mid-90s. So shout out to Locked On. This one made the list of J.J. Figgis, Joey Ritter, Amanda Hassan, Chris Connaughton, and Nicole Shirelli. And yeah, this song never goes away.
No, never.
At number 24, Super Drag, Sucked Out.
Sucked out the feeling. Who sucked out the feeling? Where'd you go?
Wow. Okay. Again, I love this song. This is a little bit of our listenership bias, I think. Again, not to use Rolling Stone as the going to thing. There's no world where like a magazine staff is doing their 100 greatest one-hit wonders and Super Drag is in the top 25 songs. But this song's awesome. This song is great. I would actually go as far as great. This is a great song from a great band. Barely, as I've learned from knowing you, I was not familiar with Super Drag at the time that we did the episode. This barely scratches the surface of how good of a band Super Drag actually is now that I've done the deep dive. But something that I think you probably love about this song, chorus is just bass and vocal. The band drops out for the chorus, and it's just bass and vocal for the chorus. That's awesome.
And for anyone clocking at home on Matt's scale, I guess great is better than awesome.
Yep.
This song is awesome. I'll go as far as to say it's great.
You know what it is? I think it's because, to me, awesome, when you say something is awesome, it's like your opinion. You sound like a teenager. It's like, oh, man, that's awesome. But when you say something's great, you're putting it on like this pedestal of like, this is what people strive to make in the level of greatness.
Okay.
No one describes Jaws as an awesome movie. They describe it as a great movie. Because it's
don't they describe our God as an awesome God?
Yeah, well, you know. Also, they say great God sometimes, I'm sure. But
okay. So Sucked Out. It's the first single from Super Drag's debut album, Regretfully Yours. It was released in April of 1996. This song peaked at number 17 on the Modern Rock Tracks chart. It was a very minor hit, more of an MTV and alternative radio hit. But Matt, you're right. This is an amazing band. Not on this album, but make sure you check out the song Feeling Like I Do. It's absolutely incredible. This song made the list of Matt Geary, Eric Guakima, Erica Rhodes, Tom Brantley, Jeff Nucera, and Curtis Gathright.
Nice.
At number 23, Faith No More, Epic.
Great song. Obviously, a lot of people associate this a little bit with some beef between Faith No More and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. My favorite memory of this song is seeing a band whose shirt I'm wearing right now closing out their set with a cover of Epic.
It's funny you say that. Matt, the shirt that Matt's referring to, he's wearing another Cheetah shirt, which is a band I play in with my friends, such as past guests Johnny Atskonish and Matt Jurcevich and PJ Caruso and Paul Menetiadis. Everybody in Another Cheetah has been a guest on this show. But it's funny you mentioned that, Matt. Yes, we would close our set sometimes by playing the beginning of Epic by Faith No More, but we also cover Super Drag Sucked Out.
What a perfect,
so there you go.
What a perfect like dual world there.
Yeah. But this song, Epic, was released in January of 1990. It was the second single from their third album, The Real Thing. It peaked at number 9 on the Hot 100. I was like, wow. Epic was number 9. Like, I would have thought like it was an MTV and a rock hit, but it was kind of like a mainstream radio hit. It has a very memorable music video. There was controversy about the flopping fish in the video from animal rights activists. And during an interview, the band actually said that the fish belonged to Bjork, who at the time was in the Sugar Cubes, and they claimed to have stolen it from her at a party. Now, Bjork confirmed the story, saying, I know those guys. I know they wouldn't do anything to harm him. And the director of the video actually said that several fish were used and none of them were out of the water for very long, and that the fish were released after the completion of the video.
All right.
There you go. This one made Eric Carroll's list at number 2, as well as the list of Spencer X and Jeff Nucera, who said, are they a one-hit wonder? The answer is yes, Jeff.
Yeah.
It also made the list of Chris Connaughton and Curtis Gathright. I feel like I'm saying Curtis Gathright a lot at this part of our list.
It is what it is, right? I mean, just how it works out.
It Kurt is what it Kurt is.
If no one has that Instagram handle, he needs to grab it as quickly as possible and make it his own.
At number 22, Deep Blue Something, Breakfast at Tiffany's.
I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany's? She said, I think I remember the film, and as I recall, I think we both kind of liked it. And I said, well, that's the one thing we got.
Wow. I mean, this should be on the list. I don't know if just outside the top 20 is the right spot for it. Catchy as hell song. I mean, at one point, I think I said this on the episode, at one point, I would have considered this one of my favorite songs of all time. When it was first released, I was like real in on this song. Still never really bought their album, but I loved this song. I got in trouble with my parents for ordering it on the box multiple times to hear it. This was in middle school. But yeah, what a bop. It's a good song. I don't know if it's the 22nd greatest one-hit wonder of all time level bop, but it's a bop.
I'm surprised that this is at 22 and Delamitri Roll to Me was number 100.
Yeah.
Like, these are two songs that feel so close in vibe and time they were released and popularity. Why the big disparity? Why do people like this song so much more than Roll to Me?
Even with just looking at this list, it's almost offensive that this song is above Blind Melon, No Rain. like you look at some of the songs it's above, and it's like, I'm not debating if it should be on the list. It should 100% be on the list. The fact that it is so much higher than so many other 90s songs that are in a similar vein, and I would argue better songs, but I still love this one. It's still catchy as hell. I am floored by how high this is.
Yeah, so this song originally appeared on their 1993 album 11th Song, but then it was re-recorded and released on their 1994 album, Home. It was released as a single in July of 1995, and it peaked at number 5 on the Hot 100 in January of 1996. The song is sung from the point of view of a man whose girlfriend is on the verge of breaking up with him because they have nothing in common, but he brings up the film Breakfast at Tiffany's, and she said they both kind of liked it. So at least they have that in common. Todd Pipes of the band said it was actually the film Roman Holiday that inspired the song, but he thought that Breakfast at Tiffany's was the better song title. And if you haven't ever heard it, check out the song Roman Holiday by Halsey, because that's a great song too. So I was like, you can write a great song with the title Roman Holiday. Halsey proved that. Now, this song made the list of Mike Devine, Mike Simpson, Ashley Campbell, Steve Parpart, Joey Ritter, Tom Brantley, and your Weird Algorithm co-host, Matt Milligan, had this one at number 9 on his list.
Wow. Okay.
We got one more this week, Matt.
And then the top 20. None of my 4 predictions of being in the top 20 have been mentioned thus far. So they're either not there at all, I'm correct, or one of them is in this spot.
Yeah, right. And Matt, I got to tell you that after we do our 20 to 1, I already have a list of snubs ready to go too.
Love it.
So we're definitely going to have a snubs episode. At number 21, The Knack, My Sharona.
The younger kind, my, whoa! My Sharona.
Okay, this is the right spot, just outside the top 20. This is such an undeniably great song by such an undeniable one-hit wonder artist. Like, song was massive, never really had anything that came even close to it. I think the band even kind of broke up shortly after the hit. Like, not immediately after, but this was 79. I think they were broken up before, like, 83, maybe in that range. They didn't have a very long lifespan afterwards. But kick-ass song, catchy as hell, still shows up everywhere. Love it. Love that it's here.
Yeah, it was the debut single from The Knack. It was released in June of 1979 from their debut album, Get the Knack. It went to number 1 on the Hot 100 and stayed there for 6 weeks, and it was the number 1 song on Billboard's entire Top Pop Singles year-end chart for 1979. It was Capitol Records' fastest gold status for a debut single since I Wanna Hold Your Hand in 1964. The song has been viewed as a symbol of the fall of 1970s disco and the rise of 1980s new wave. So depending on who you talk to, it's a pretty good thing. I would think that's a pretty good thing. Yeah. Of course, Weird Al did a parody, My Bologna, of the song. And so Quincy Jones later aspired to include a rock and roll song in the vein of My Sharona on Thriller in 1982. Do you know what that song became?
Well, it'd be another song that Weird Al did a parody of because it would be Beat It, right?
That is correct. That is right. Dude, it's wild that the Knack disbanded in 1982, just a few years later.
Wow, I was pulling a number out of my ass, and I can't believe I was that close to the actual year. I think I said 83. I thought that they were done.
You had the biggest song of the entire year for 1979, and by 1982, you break up. I mean, they reunited in 1986. They released an album in 1991. Then they broke up again. Then they got together and broke up a few more times, too, after that, I think. But, like, you can't keep it together when you have the biggest song in the country? I don't know. That is wild to me. Now, we'll bring him up again. Matthew Milligan had this song at number 3 on his list. So did Ryan Swinford. Joey Ritter had it at number 2. And Bob McClosey had it at number 1 on his list.
Hell yeah. It's looking good. I'm looking at, man, I still think that I'm correct that Flowbots and Primitive Radio Gods are not making the top 20. But I'm looking at the songs that I have put on my list that haven't been mentioned yet. I'm I'm feeling good, man. I feel like I'm going to have 8 of my 10 songs making an appearance on this list, and fairly high on the list, if I'm correct. I have no clue. I'm very excited to hear what the final 20 are here, because I've said my 4 predictions. I think if any of those 4 predictions don't make the list at all, I would put that in the snubs category. And I'll just throw out the other 3 right now. It's not worth making any more predictions for next week. New Radicals has not been mentioned yet. Brandy by Looking Glass, not mentioned yet. Surfin' Bird by the Trashmen, not mentioned yet. Like, all these different songs, I feel like, oof. It could be the absolute perfect, accurate top 20 list, or it could be absolute balls to the wall chaos. I do not know. We've got Your Woman in the top 30. We've got Breakfast at Tiffany's just 2 spots away from the top 20. This is anybody's ball game as far as what's going to make it into the top 20. I am so excited to find out what made it.
Hey, head to the One Hit Thunder Facebook group and let the speculation fly.
Yeah.
Because there are definitely more than 20 songs left that could be here in the top 20. Like, there's probably a list of 60 or 70 that could be here, because I already have my snubs list ready to go, and it is a long list. I'm telling you that right now. So buckle up, everybody. Tell a friend about the THUNDRED. Let's get this last episode, let's build the anticipation here. I am excited to share this with all of you.
Ouch. This knee is killing me, but I can't stop training. The marathon is in 2 weeks.
Let's get on ZocDoc and find a doctor to take a look at that for you.
Okay.
Here's a review. Dr. Craddock really takes his time.
No, I don't have time.
What about Dr. Charles? His patients say he can help find a quick fix, and he's in network.
Great, now we're talking. Book it.
Booked. 1 mile down, 19 to go.
Bring it on.
You've got options. Download the ZocDoc app today.
I see you.
Avatar: Fire and Ash is now streaming on Disney+. It's the film critics are calling the best Avatar yet.
Go, 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 go!
A true epic and completely jaw-dropping.
This is the only pure thing in this world.
Return to Pandora on Disney+.
It will be an adventure for the whole fam.
And watch the Oscar-winning phenomenon at home.
This is sick!
Avatar: Fire and Ash, now streaming on Disney+. Rated PG-13.